Our first time boondocking in Arizona, we got a flat tire, our tanks were malfunctioning, and we got kicked out of our site. You know that euphoric feeling when you have just experienced something you've never seen before? We had just witnessed a beautiful landscape in the Superstition Mountains. We stayed at Lost Dutchman State Park. We were only able to stay there for 2 days. And like everywhere else, you have to book early, but we were lucky enough to get in there for that time. It was so beautiful. And we experienced a few things around the park, and we took a hike, a mini one to be exact, and did some fun things in the area. As we are driving back to Northwest Phoenix down Carefree Highway, ironically, we fill up our water and we're heading to our boondocking site. Well, lo and behold, it's an easy Sunday morning kind of drive, and we hear a pop. And then the tire pressure system in the truck, the tire is you can just see the numbers dropping immediately. Anthony quickly pulls over to the opposite side of the road where it's safe to pull over, and we get out to assess the damage, and it's the rear passenger tire that was just completely deflated. We had just experienced our very first flat tire on the road. We knew it was bound to happen. You just don't ever know when that's going to happen. After assessing the tire, he realized that we had run over a broken wrench, and it was wedged ever so perfectly in the tire where it was irreparable. So he unhitched, he got us set up in the trailer. We called roadside assistance. He patiently waited for them as I was making dinner. And then you'll never believe what was happening next. Just ran into our first flat tire. No one expects a flat tire. Luckily, we were close to our boondocking site. So we're going to figure out how to troubleshoot this. Keep you updated. There's our spare. There's our tire that got a flat. We found a broken wrench inside. I believe it would be here, but it's on the other side of this tire here. And we're hoping to get a patch, but probably not. We'll see what happens, and we'll keep you updated. It stinks. So we just experienced our very first flat tire while pulling our trailer. The tire that was punctured was our passenger rear. So thankful for our roadside assistance. My husband Anthony didn't have the correct tool. Otherwise he would have just changed it out himself. But super thankful for roadside assistance. And I'm really grateful that it didn't puncture the, I'm really glad it didn't puncture one of the tires on the trailer, because it could have been a lot worse. So we are a month into our travel experience as we are exploring the state of Arizona, and it's been very interesting so far. If you are wondering if we miss our home base or just living in sticks and bricks, we do not. We do not. We don't have a home base anymore. We sold our home. Do not live in sticks and bricks anymore, and we are still enjoying RV travel. Hey guys, so we have had some, we've had a pretty interesting experience the last couple of days. Yesterday we were traveling in from Lost Dutchman State Park back to our original boondocking site, and we got a flat tire. And then so we had to pull off the side of the road and boondock right where we were at. And as soon as we unhitched and Anthony set up the water pump wasn't working, which means there was not any water being pumped into our rig for like flushing, for washing, hands and dishes and whatnot. And we can hear like this gurgling sound inside of the water heater, and we're like, what is going on? And like the gauges inside say like everything is full. We just could not figure out what was going on. Super thankful for for RV community on Facebook for answering any questions that I posted on there. So now here we are, we're day 2. Thankfully right now we have a spare on our truck, but we were still trying to figure out what's going on with the water pump. We cleaned out the black tank because that was one possibility that we thought, okay, maybe that's what's backing everything up. We cleaned out the black tank, filled up the fresh water, and then came back to our original boondocking site, and we're like, it's like now it's saying that the fresh water tank is completely empty. We just filled it up like an hour ago. So we're like, what in the world is going on? And my husband had an epiphany. He's like, oh my gosh, I need to check the outdoor kitchen. What if something fell on the outdoor kitchen and fell on the faucet and turned the water spigot on? And sure enough, let me just show you. So I think it was this one that turned on, just because we keep our extra blankets back here, but it had fallen over, turned on the water, and all the fresh water that we had just got dumped into the gray tank. And now this is the overflow here of the gray tank water, or the fresh water, but that is now on the gray tank, if that makes any sense. So that's why last night we were hearing all of these strange sounds coming from the water pump, the water heater. Probably the black tank was probably backed up as well. We don't think the previous owners may have cleaned it out properly, and we are already a month in to RV living. So yeah, we are learning as we go. We are not professionals. We are learning as we go. So we want to be completely transparent with you and just share what we've been learning as we are on the road. Right now we are boondocking in northern Phoenix. The weather right now is maybe about maybe 70, 75, and it's super bright out here, but it's very comfortable. It's very quiet out here and peaceful. And if you don't know, boondocking basically means that we're not hooked up to any electrical units or a water supply. So we had to get water before we came out, which we did, but we'll have to get more. We have our generator to give us power, and so we rely on our generator and our batteries for power. We are considering getting maybe better batteries, possibly one solar panel. We're not sure yet. We're still doing our research. So it's very interesting. Yeah, so we will continue to keep you updated, and that's it. Hey guys, so we have just been kicked out of our boondocking site, but we're not alone, as well as other RVers have been asked to leave as well. Yeah, we are not sure exactly where we're going yet. Yeah, the authorities, about 30 minutes ago, a police officer was driving through to each RV, and basically they told each one of us that the land that we are on is private property and that we're not allowed to be here. But there's no signs, there's not anything indicating that. We've actually been here for like 3 weeks and did not have a clue. We've been here 3 weeks off and on, but for the most part we've been here for almost the entire 3 weeks without anyone questioning or asking us to leave. So we're going to either find a harvest host near us, or we're going to call around to some RV sites to see if there's any availability, which is kind of difficult in the Phoenix area because a lot of RV parks are 55 plus. There's a couple that are family friendly with pets, but there's not very many. So we have some homework to do today, but let me just have you just take a look at the other campers here. It was pretty full, but everyone's kind of checking out now. Yeah, this was all full before, but now everyone's starting to check out and pack up. Except for these guys. I don't know what's going on with them. So this is where we're at. This is northern Phoenix / Peoria area off of Carefree. And Anthony is getting hitched up so we can go find another site. Probably boondocking, which means dry camping for a few days, and we'll see what happens. All right, so we found our next location. Thankfully, not too far. Literally like a mile and a half north. We found another spot to boondock, aka dry camping, and we actually found a spot at, it's called Lake Pleasant RV Resort. They do have full hookups here and partial hookups, but those were already all occupied. We are coming in on a 3-day weekend, and so it's pretty packed here. However, the dry camping spots are available. As you can kind of see behind me, they're kind of everyone. It's just this basically a big dirt area where anyone can park anywhere. So yeah, so the good thing though about this resort is that there's a clubhouse here, there's lots of amenities, and best thing of all, there's a garbage can, so we don't have to go searching for one. So yeah, the sun's about to set, and we're so glad we found a spot, and didn't take much time to find it, considering the circumstances, last minute, and it's a 3-day weekend. So hey guys, good morning. We are at Lake Pleasant RV Resort, dry camping in their area because their regular spots were already full, which is totally fine because we woke up this morning to the most awesome thing. So 6 years ago, when my husband Anthony started just watching YouTube videos, the first person he came across living full-time in this lifestyle was Chris Travels. This was 6 years ago, so you're not going to believe this. Like, we wake up and I pull the shades up, and guess who is parked directly diagonally to us? Let me just show you. This is awesome. There he is. There's his schoolie. Chris Travels, traveling in his schoolie. I think his schoolie's called Zep 2. We went over to say hello already, but he was in a meeting. We invited them over for dinner, so we'll see. We're celebrating our anniversary tonight. So, yeah. We will... I'm just at a loss for words. I don't even know what to say. It's just so cool. Whoop, was a little too close there. Okay, so we are getting ready to host an anniversary dinner tonight. Actually, it's our anniversary. We're celebrating 24 years of marriage. So we have a lot to prep today before our kids come over, and hopefully Chris and his companion will come over and join us too. But if not, that's okay. We are still going to have a great dinner and play some games with our family. So, all right, enjoy your day. Could any of our mishaps been avoided? Possibly. Maybe not the flat tire, but the other things probably could have been avoided. But life is about troubleshooting, right? If you would like to see our mini tour of our rig and the reason why we left California, check out this next video. See ya.